Have you ever faced a situation that seemed absolutely impossible? A dream that felt too big? A problem too heavy? Today, we're diving into the incredible story of a man who faced the ultimate impossibility and chose to trust. This is the story of Abraham, a hero of faith. Picture this. You're living a comfortable life. Everything is set. Then, one day, you hear a voice, God's voice, telling you to leave everything behind: your home, your family, your country, and go to a new land He will show you. On top of that, He promises to make you the father of a great nation, with descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky. Sounds amazing, right? But there's a catch. Abraham was already old, and his wife, Sarah, was well past the age of childbearing. They had no children. From a human perspective, this promise was not just unlikely, it was laughable, completely impossible. Imagine the whispers, the doubts from friends and neighbors. A father of nations at his age. This is where Abraham's story becomes so powerful. He could have laughed it off, dismissed it as a crazy dream. He could have been overwhelmed by doubt and fear. He had every logical reason to stay put and say, thanks, but no thanks. But he didn't. The Bible tells us that Abraham believed the Lord, and He credited it to him as righteousness. He chose to trust the promise maker over the problem. He packed up his life and set out on a journey into the unknown, holding onto nothing but a promise from God. This wasn't a one-time decision. For years, Abraham and Sarah waited. They faced delays. They made mistakes. They grew even older. I can only imagine the moments of doubt that must have crept in. Did he hear God correctly? Was this all a huge mistake? Every morning, he woke up childless, a living contradiction to the promise he was banking his entire life on. Yet, through it all, his faith, though tested, remained. He learned to trust God's timing and God's methods, even when they made no sense. He kept his eyes on the one who made the promise, believing that he who promised was faithful to perform it. And then, when Abraham was 100 years old and Sarah was 90, the impossible happened. Sarah gave birth to a son, Isaac. The promise was fulfilled. A miracle, born out of decades of waiting and unwavering trust. Abraham's faith wasn't about having no doubts. It was about choosing to believe despite the doubts. It was about holding onto hope when all hope seemed lost. Even after Isaac was born, Abraham's faith was tested in the most extreme way imaginable, when God asked him to sacrifice his long-awaited son. Can you even fathom that? The very fulfillment of the promise, the child he waited a lifetime for. Yet, Abraham trusted God so completely that he believed God could raise Isaac from the dead if necessary. He obeyed, and at the last moment, God provided a ram for the sacrifice instead, sparing Isaac, Abraham's. Trust wasn't in the gift, it was in the giver. So, what does this ancient story have to do with us today? Everything. We all have our own impossibilities. Maybe it's a broken relationship, a financial crisis, a health diagnosis, or a dream that feels like it's slipping away. Abraham's story is a powerful reminder that our circumstances do not limit God. Our age, our resources, our past failures, none of it is a barrier for Him. His story teaches us that faith is not a feeling, It's a choice. It's choosing to believe God's promises even when our reality screams the opposite. It's taking that next step of obedience, even when you can't see the full staircase. Maybe you're in that waiting period right now, just like Abraham was. You've heard a promise from God, but you see no evidence of it. Be encouraged. The God of Abraham is your God, too. He is faithful. He sees you. He knows your struggle, and His timing is perfect. Hold on to His promises. Choose to trust Him in the middle of your impossibility, and watch how He can do more than you could ever ask or imagine. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this story encouraged you, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. We'd love to have you as part of our community. God bless, and we'll see you next time.